Alright, I'm gonna show you this from like the beginning as best as I can. Might be a little janky because I'm using my phone and like looking down at my laptop makes me obviously change where I'm looking. But I'll make sure I'm on like the screen so you can see things. I'm gonna put in like 10 numbers here. I'll keep them a little similar just so like I don't have too much variance, right? I'm not trying to make outliers or anything. Just to show you like a basis of how this goes. Of course I put in 45 somehow. Alright, so you see like I have my 10 variables, right? So now if you look at the bottom here of the screen, this is where like I'd go to variable view. And this is where like I'll click on the variable here. It says variable 2 because I had something in there before I had to clear out. But then we'll put in like, this is just an example, your steps, right? Per day or whatever. Sorry, you can't, they did explain this. You can't put spaces. So what they do is underscores for this. This is what sucks about SPS compared to. So, and you need to make sure that you pick the right measure over here, right? So you would pick what you were doing. I'm just, sorry. I'm just going to do nominal, just like it works with my numbers and everything, obviously. All right, so then I went back to data view down here, right? So like variable data view. So now I have my numbers. So now to like do our output, we go up to analyze, okay? Now we can go to, this is mostly where they showed us. We go to descriptive statistics and then frequencies, okay? We click on statistics there on the side. I'm just going to show you again right here. Also, you're going to want to like pick your variable over there. Sorry. So then we're going to go to statistics. And this is where you're going to pick like what you want, right? So like we're going to want our standard deviation. We're going to want our variance. We can throw our range in there. We even have like our standard error of the mean, like everything, right? So if you did want to do all that, you can. Some of these we don't need for like, you know, our steps and stuff. You want quartiles. So then I'm going to hit continue, okay? Display frequency tables, everything's good. You could go to charts from here, but we're not going to do that yet. So I'm just going to hit OK. And boom, like our outputs are done. Okay? So it shows like our frequency, percentage instead of like a number of frequency, like how many times it's there, right? Shows like our mean, median, mode, standard deviation. So like you would have all your information right here, okay? I'm just going to show you quickly how to do this. So you would go to, this is your output. You make sure you're on your output too. Because like if I minimize this, right, I could be on my other thing and trying to export this and you can't. Like it's strange, it's different. You can't export this like your spreadsheet. So I'm going to go back to my output. And make sure, again, you're on your output, right? It'll say output 1, whatever. You're going to go to File, and you're going to export here, okay? And when you are here, you want to export it to a PDF because that's what they want, right? So up here is where you change what file you're changing it to, right? So I've already picked PDF, but you could change it to anything, you know, from whatever you had it on. And then we're just going to hit OK. Sorry, just before I hit OK. This is going to be the name of it, where it goes and everything, obviously. So make sure it's in like where you want it. And you know the name of it. You can change the name. Obviously, I made this name from our week 2 stuff. This is like because I reloaded something I already had. And then I hit OK. I'm going to just do this test. Sorry. I just renamed it so I can save it. So it's exporting and everything, right? And then now, obviously, that's on your computer. You would have the PDF file, but make sure you pick your PDF. So you might want to name it like something so it's not named the same thing, right? Sorry. And then when we go back to, actually, we can just do it from here. So on our output, we could go to graphs, Sorry, but did I do this? No, not like this. Sorry. Analyze. And then I went to descriptive statistics. This was the trickier one, I think. So, yeah. And then you would pick what one you would want here. So you're going to have to like determine what's the best way for you to present your information, obviously. I just, 1 second. I just did want to see. I thought I had another way that I could do the graphs. No, it wasn't that. So it is analyze? It must be. Sorry, I'm just making sure. Analyze, descriptive. This is good though, because then you see where we're going again. Descriptive to statistics, frequencies. And yeah, we'll just do it from here, from the charts. I can't remember if there was another way. I thought there was, but this way does work. There is another way because we have scatter plots and everything on here. So this is where you would pick what you'd want it as, frequencies, percentages. For yours, you're probably going to want frequencies. Make sure that your variable is over there. We just hit OK again. So instead of going to statistics last time, we're just going to the charts. So the chart does pop up down below. So, and then you would have your chart here as well. If you need to change anything on this, you double click it, okay? And then it'll pull up like this extra window here. And you can change like individual things. So you'd click on the 2 here, okay? And then you see how they highlight. The numbers are highlighted. Now you want to go to your properties window. I know this is like janky, I'm sorry. Or like a lot of information. So then if you did want to change your scale, you would go over here, right? So like see our min and max is like 0 to 3. So we can make our max 10. But like in your situation, you might want to go to like 30, right? You know? So then you just apply. And it literally just changes the graph over here for you, right? So it makes everything a little better in a chart form, you know, than you had it written out. You should do these things too to make your graph a little better. Also, you can change like names, right? So like this is the title. Where was that? Sorry, I'm just making sure I have like this stuff for you. I know you can change this name as well. Oh, you would just click it and change it. That's what it was. Yeah, sorry. But I did, I thought there was somewhere to just click to change or to add in title. But yeah, obviously you can just click and change this or whatever, right? So then you get rid of your underscores and stuff that you had before. You know what I mean? Because you don't want it looking like poor. As professionally as you can. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So here, so here's what you would output, right? Sorry. So you would do the PDF export thing with your graph. So like make sure your graph's there too, I would. And then you would file again, export. See, in this situation, I'm just going to save over it because it's the same thing, right? We're going to replace it. But then I'll have the PDF on file. So there's one submission done, right? Like, look how quickly we just did that. Like, it's a 9.5 minutes. You know what I mean? It's funny. So then after that, they did want... So here's the one issue that I have with SPSS. They want you to show your data like this, right? This is way easier to put into Excel and then just show them the spreadsheet information like that, I find, personally. So you might want to do that. Other than that, like you would have to make it like you can't export this into you can, but there's no option for PDF. So like it's janky when you're trying to do this one into a PDF. So, and when you save this file, it makes it like an SPSS file. So they would need SPSS on their computer to access. It's kind of a mess, seriously. So again, I'm a little iffy on where you should or how you should send your scale data, right? Because like they want your information, they want all your numbers to see how you got into your output, right? Um, you might want to put it in Excel. Other than that, maybe see, I don't know how to do it from here yet. Like seriously, I don't. It's but like we just saw here, I'm gonna show you quick. If you did export from here, you can export it to Excel. And then it's done, right? You're boom, done. So I would suggest doing that, or maybe because you will have a little bit of time. Like I'm showing you some good stuff here. So maybe play around a little bit and see if you can save a file here that's not this. It's just so hard to convert these files over. Um, Other than that, so now you would need to like look at all your data, and then you're gonna write your Word doc, right? And you're gonna interpret your data. Like for yours, it's gonna be like these steps show this, like, and gradual increase or gradual decrease. I notice on these days this happens, that's why there's less. Or your dancing situation, give you like, I go out on these days or I dance more. um or if it's just dancing, sorry, I don't know if you go out, you could just be in dancing. Just make sure when you're articulating like your Word doc, like you're concluding all your information, your data, use our terminology from our course. Like if you have a null hypothesis theory, like obviously we don't with you doing steps, but like if you have outliers, say why you're keeping them and why you wouldn't reject them and stuff like that. They want to see lingo, and they want to see that you understand this information, because this is easy. Like what I just showed you is easy, right? Like anyone can do this stuff if you show them really quickly. But the big thing I'm thinking is the Word doc, and we need to use our lingo from this like subject. So again, just make sure you're using stuff from the modules. Like even if you just look at your vocabulary you've written down, just use that stuff, okay? I hope this helps. Let me know if you need any help with anything else, cuz some things I could be overlooking because I know them in my head, right? But let me know if you need anything else, or if I got my screen too janked and you missed something.